R2. My man, how you doing?
Oh, buddy, I'm doing very, very well. How are you today?
I feel amazing. I feel good. We got a big Moon Monday, so let's get to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was just running a little bit behind today. Had a frantic kind of day in between the show with you this morning and doing some running around. But I am happy to be up here, and happy Moon Monday to you. Happy Moon Monday to everybody else tuning in as well. We've got a really good show lined up for you today. I do just want to start off with apologizing to everybody. We are a little bit behind on the actual Moon Monday announcement in the Discord, but that doesn't mean that we won't have a lot to talk about today and stuff that I can share with you. Right now, we are Charlie and the developers are in a call putting the final touches on the pregame dashboard, and the big thing that you are going to see is that should be opened up for the beta testing this evening in on the Pacific Coast time zone. So we're really excited. We've got the Genesis wallet addresses loaded up in there, and once that goes live, the Genesis Wolves, as promised, should be able to start testing out the pre-game dashboards along with the pre-game objectives that will start allowing you to earn the in-game resources and currency. As the Genesis kind of file in, and as we start building that out, giving it the old stress test, make sure everything is working correctly, as this is a beta test, we will then start to open up the beta round into some of the larger holders of Star Wolves, and of course some of the prominent and very active community members will be hanging out in the Discord and trying to extend invitations to those that we think would be great to test and give good feedback on that.
And this is huge. This is where you're going to be able to visualize your pack, where you're going to strategize, and where you're going to, really basically understand how you're going to play the game, how you're going to stack the token. It is a pretty important step. And I wanted to add and remember, the game is already live. You've been playing it in the Discord for a while. We haven't announced exactly when, but there will be a snapshot of the XP in there, and that will translate directly into the token. And we are going to talk a little bit about tokenomics today, because we are going to get out an infographic this week that outlines our tokenomics. So that is going to be kind of the subject of today. I want to remind everybody out there in the audience, you can request to come up to ask questions and stuff, especially about tokenomics. I know it could be a little complicated. We're going to give you a very broad kind of overview about what's going on there. And like I said, if you wanted to come up and ask specifics, we would answer it the best as we can. I will also disclose that this is a live game. We are building it now, and things are subject to change throughout testing. So just always take that in mind. If during testing something we found didn't work out and we had to make an adjustment, that is a possibility. That's why we try to keep things as broad and as high a view as possible. So if minute details had to be changed, it wouldn't affect your thinking or your strategy too much.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's really important to continually say as well. Right on the onset, a lot of people and let their curiosity kind of run wild and start to go, well, how many tokens is my wolf going to yield, and how many will the Genesis yield, and how many will the generative yield, and whatnot. I mean, the important thing is that there's proper ratio in scaling. We could come out and say 100 tokens, or we could come out and say 5 tokens. Every game is built a little bit differently with the yield that is actually released, but it's all just how they handle the actual mechanisms of the game and scale it properly. We saw games like Whale's game in the past where, right out of the gate, you're earning 80,000 tokens, a day. Or we see Raid Party where, to some people's surprise, you were only earning, maybe 1 or 2 tokens, confetti a day. And as you built up, you might get up to 25, or even 100 was a lot. But again, the mechanisms all kind of scale, and that's really what we're most focused on right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go over now the main points of our tokenomics. And like I said, we will be releasing an infographic that will lay these things out. And then in the next week or two, we will have a more detailed white paper that will really go into it deeply, because we want the infographic to basically be succinct and allow you to understand the basics here, but the white paper will dive deep into the theory, the math behind it for people who want to nerd out and really kick the tires. So we'll get that out in a few weeks, but here we go. So the first thing, this will be a capped supply token. That means there will not be an unlimited amount always produced forever. So we are not releasing what that cap is yet. But one of the main questions and one of the main factors people will be asked, is it an unlimited supply or is there a cap? There will be a cap supply for our ERC20 token, Stardust. So that is the first one. I, of course, mentioned our snapshot of XP. Okay, this will directly translate into the utility token airdrop you're going to get initially. So again, the game has already been live. It's what you're doing in the Discord, and people that have done well, we're going to take a snapshot and you will get an initial airdrop. The earnings for each wolf: Genesis wolves will earn 50 Stardust a day. Generative wolves will earn 5 Stardust a day. And that is based on the soft staking, the amount of time that it is in your wallet. As you know, the dashboard, the beta, will be going live tonight for Genesis. We will be adding people in as it goes on. You will see how much time your wolves have been staked for, how long they are in your wallet. If they are transferred out or moved, that resets. Okay, that is soft staking. It's our ability to have you staked without making you pay a gas fee. All right, so that is going to, like I said, generative is 5, Genesis is 50. Next, the full squad. We have been asked about a full squad. What does 3 wolves mean? Well, first of all, there is a 10% multiplier on your daily earnings if you have a full pack. So that would be 3 wolves. And again, as I said initially, this is subject to change based on the seasons or the cycle that we are in. And I think this is going to be very interesting and unique in that sense. All right. Seasons and moon cycles will impact the average rewards. We are wolves, after all. So start studying your lunar calendar. It's going to be affecting your yield, and there's going to be some interesting strategy implications based off of that. Now, let's talk about some things you're going to be spending your tokens on initially. You need a home base. You have to activate your mainframe. That's going to be 250 Stardust to start off. Okay. PvP competitions are going to be ready at full game launch. And this is going to be a winner take all token payouts. We will again be releasing more details on that in the white paper and as things unfold. There will be LP staking rewards ready to go at launch. All right. So we have a few different type of staking rewards in mind that both involve the direct staking on Uniswap and also involve a certain type of one-way token that we are tentatively calling eDust, that we are currently designing, which allows you to stake the LP, receive this token, and then the token has different utility within the game, but it can't be changed back into a Uniswap LP token. What that does is it locks value in the contract, and the earnings that those LP tokens get now, because they are locked in our contract, we can use those earnings and redistribute them in the game. So those are the 2 types of LP staking rewards we will have ready at launch. And then this is something that there will be more details on in the white paper, as I said, but a first season Moon Pass, which will have certain benefits and utility, which we will release, will also be available for 1,000 Stardust at the launch of the game. So these are the basic overviews that we will be putting into an infographic that we're going to get out to you guys later this week. And This is a tokenomics plan we have worked very, very hard on. It's something I'm super proud of. We consulted with the EtherOrcs team, and I want to speak about this. I respect what they do and these guys as much as anybody in NFTs and gaming. And it was very, I nerd out on tokenomics and game theory, but it was very important to me to reach out to the peers I respect. Just like you have a contract audited, you just want your plan looked over. You want other great minds to maybe catch things you missed, tell you things you did well, or maybe tell you things you did wrong. So I wanted to say a huge thank you to Poof and the entire team over at EtherOrcs for that help. But like I said, that infographic will be coming out later. I see we have Deadpool up on the stage. Maybe he has a question. Welcome to the stage, my friend. How are you today? You may be getting rugged right now. I see your mic is off. You there, bud? Well, if you're having some technical issues, maybe go out of the room and come back in. And we'll bring you right back up on stage because you're not coming through right now. But all right, cool. We got my man KA requesting to come up on stage. Can't wait to speak to him.
I was just gonna say, damn, free market. That was a hell of a rundown too. I mean, I was in the conversations with you guys, building that all out. But after hearing you, that like I'm ready to go.
I know. I'll pump, baby. We're really jacked. It was it was such an interesting week last week as turmoil in markets drove the conversation. But it sounds cliche and corny, but us over here at Star Wolvez had our heads down and we were working on our project and we were making so much progress last week in a lot of ways, and it felt so good. And it was just yeah. And it was
I gotta say, what an
Go
amazing
ahead.
distraction from the market conditions.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you log in and you show up to work and you just keep plugging away at all of the things you're working on, building, thinking about, and all of that great stuff. And it was just like the market, at least for I'm sure for a lot of projects out there that are working their ass off too. It just became such a secondary thing, and that's not to say that it doesn't hurt, and you hope for all of the people that are going through all of those tough times and really getting it in a bad way. But yeah, like it was basically just kind of almost background noise in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I know that was a lot of info to digest, but we will have a nice infographic out this week that outlines everything. And I do want to welcome our man, KA, to the stage. My man, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Great.
First thing, please don't ever mention Wales game again. I lost a lot of money on
R2.
Oh my God. What a dump.
Yeah, we'll never mention it again.
Well, hey, we've participated in stuff like that, and believe you me, like we learn and we talk about those things too.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll make it up this time around, right? First, kudos on the huge buys yesterday. Super excited to have him part of our team. So that was very, very cool. Question I had for you guys is, you said we'll get a 10x multiplier.
10%.
10%. Is that per pack?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 packs, 30%.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Beautiful. That's all I had. I'll keep it short and sweet.
Sure, man. No problem. And I do want to touch on that briefly. I have been in this game for 3 years, a lot longer than a lot of people in NFTs, and that's not a bragging point. In fact, I will even say Danny Seed Phrase is somebody who I have looked up to and wanted to emulate in this industry for a long time. I mean, this guy he's very smart, he's a visionary, and he's been here for a minute. And I truly, truly respect his opinion and his thoughts on the market. And just seeing him tweet what he tweeted last night and then ape into our project, it satisfied me in a way that, I haven't felt a lot in this industry since getting here. So it was a really big deal for me. And just like you said, Kay, I am so proud and happy to have him here with us. And, it just motivates me to build better, faster, and stronger. So love that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pin the tweet out from the Star Wolves account a couple hours ago too. That kind of broke down what took place last night. Uh, I can't even remember what time. It was actually while we were in the poker tournament that we had for our Sunday game nights, which was actually a lot of fun. We had a single table going there, and it was great banter and just good to actually play some cards for once. But there was a single sweep of about 30 generative wolves and about two two Genesis wolves were picked up. Sorry, three Genesis wolves were picked up on the open market, but there was also two done on private sales, and they were all by one gentleman in particular that goes by Danny or at Seed Phrase. And this guy has the literal #1 rarity CryptoPunk in that entire collection. As Free Market said, he's an absolute OG. He tweeted out a little bit before that he is incredibly bullish on the stuff that is being built in the NFT space. And, I love to think that that's about us. I'm sure there's other stuff he has his eye on too. But it's an incredibly humbling feeling to have somebody like that jump into the pack and be excited about the project. And it's very very fulfilling. And like Free Market said, this is it invigorates you, it gets you going, and we want to build the best project and the best product possible, not only for Danny and Seed Phrase, but for every single person that has been with us for whether it's been one day. We've had a lot of great new people jump into the Discord today and are chatting away, and that's incredibly exciting. But for all those people that have been in there since December, all of the Genesis Wolves, all of the people that have been participating in the game in the Discord right from day one and grinding XP and all of that stuff. I mean, this is what we're doing, and this is why we're here for it. So it was just it was a great feeling and a really good reminder last night as well.
Yeah, completely. So, huge shout out to Seed Phrase again. OG has that #1 rarity punk. I think he's listed it twice for 100 million and pulled it down within like a day because he figured he was undercutting himself at that price. Probably not wrong. So
could be
hope
undervalued. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, undervalued. Hope he gets that Billy he's expecting one day, and he probably should. Let's go. Thank you again, Danny. And we also just wanted to quickly remind you that the Thursday spaces, which was incredible, we had with Metavolutions and Dots, went up on YouTube. So go check out that recap if you didn't hear it live. If you guys don't know, we do what we call Terrestrial Thursdays every Thursday at 4 p.m. And we try to make it a general conversation about play and own, commonly referred to as P2E, or just markets and NFTs in general. We have on different guests every week. And like I said, last week we had Dots from Kaiju Kings, which we'll also talk about in a little bit, and the team over at Metavolutions, which, this was a really great conversation on definitely the state of the market as we were kind of still in the thick of things with Luna and crypto crashing. And then as well, we spoke about, play and own and some of the niche intricacies of that sector of our market.
Yeah, I thought it was a great conversation too, because a lot of it was centered around changing the dialogue. Obviously, we have spoken a lot about changing the terminology from P2E over to play and own, and the implications of those terms are substantially different from each other. One sounds like it's like a job, play to earn, like I'm gonna have to log into this to earn, and I'm expecting a certain yield and paying bills and blah 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 blah. Whether or not that is the case is a different story. But play and own really just implies that you can have this game, you can have fun with it, as well as have some ownership over the state of the game, the assets that kind of come out of it, and you have some opportunity to just get a lot back for your time and energy. So I thought that was really good. Both sides of Metavolution and Dots had some really great ideas around changing that terminology, what the expectations should be, how they feel about the current state of the market and where it can go. And I really, really do encourage anybody to go check that out. We do have it recorded, and we do have the Star Wolves YouTube that you can hop into our Discord and find the link to, where we post all of that content, including today's space. And I'm going to tell you this: if you've tuned in the last 5 minutes, you are going to want to go check out today's space, because Free Market was bringing the absolute heat about some of the tokenomics around Star Wolves. And so if you missed that, you are going to absolutely 100% want to hear that.
Yeah, and we had Dots Nathan from Kaiju Kings on, and we just wanted to mention, because we do have a collab and partnership going on with their Scientist collection, which is launching today. There is a Star Wolves trait within the collection. We are super pumped. As you know, I have been a Kaiju holder since mint. I am so bullish on the team over there, largely because they UPod. They under promise, they over deliver, they work. And that really is the thing that I look for most in a team that I'm investing not just my money, but my time in to as a community. So don't forget that Kaiju King Scientist mint tonight. It is a free mint, open for 48 hours starting at 6 p.m. Central Time. You have the right to mint one per wallet. And the reason I really wanted to bring this up, especially in relation to our conversation last Thursday, is because Dots is taking a very interesting approach here. You may mint a Scientist for free, but if you want to participate in the play to earn ecosystem angle, you have to pay 0.066. So what he's saying is you don't have to pay. You can actually play this game for free. He's taking it from the angle of this doesn't have to be pay to play. And I can see these actually gaining value over time, because I'm sure there will be a way to always activate them into the ecosystem. I'm sure they will provide that angle. So I'm always heartened when I see teams doing things differently on purpose and deliberately. And that is kind of what really attracts me to Kaiju Kings. So definitely mint your free. Gas has been so low the last couple of days. Definitely mint your free Scientist. And if you do want to participate in their scales ecosystem, then you're going to pay 0.066 at the mint. Check that out. As I said, that's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight.
Yeah, very pumped for that. And I'm honestly just so excited to see some of those Star Wolves goggle traits come out and into the open. So if you guys get your hands on those, make sure you put them in Twitter, tag Star Wolves, tag me, tag FreeMrkt, whatever. I just want to see all of those amazing Scientists come out with that trait. And I got to get myself a pair of those goggles in real life so I can wear them while I'm snowboarding or something like that. Maybe I don't know, driving, whatever. I also want to give a quick shout out to Catfish. Again, we had him up on stage last week, did a little bit of a community spotlight with him. He has again, as it is Monday, put up a new Genesis spotlight with the lore built all in there. So go show his tweet a little bit of love. Go check it out. Go give it a shout out. I always love that he does that for the community, and I gotta say he's really being a trooper right now, because his Toronto Maple Leafs have been another letdown on the weekend, the annual letdown. But he's still here, and he's still rocking with the Wolves. So appreciate that, my dude. All right, we have the real Scheme God up on stage. How are you doing today, man?
Good, man. I'm just wondering, so what was the thing you guys were minting at 6?
Oh, so that would be what's called the Scientist mint for Kaiju Kings. So I don't know if you know much about Kaiju Kings. This is a project that launched late last year, who have been developing a play and earn game that's going to be called Monster vs. Monster. The Scientists are a factor in that game. I believe they have a Medium article and white paper up where you can see the details, but we have partnered with them to have some Star Wars traits in that collection, specifically goggles. That's why we're bringing it up now, and it will be a free mint at 6 p.m. Central Time tonight. If you go to the Kaiju Kings Twitter page, the info will be there, and I will post that up at the top for you guys.
All right, yeah, that'd be nice. Appreciate it.
You got it, my dude. All right. What else do we have to talk about today? We do have a team from We See Ghosts coming up on stage to do a quick little AMA at the end of this. So if you guys are in the crowd, I see the main Twitter account. Just go ahead and request to come up on stage, and we'll start bringing you up there while we finish off the Moon Monday announcements. I'll give you a second to do that. Free Market, you got anything else? I see Hack coming up.
Yeah, no, we're gonna bring We See Ghosts up on stage, do a quick AMA with them. I just wanted to run over just the finer points. We got that Thursday Spaces up on YouTube that I just mentioned with Dots. Really informative. I think everyone needs to go check that one out. I did a long tokenomics speech today that we're going to get up on YouTube, but look for the infographic later this week. That will be much easier to visualize everything and get it in your head. We got the pregame dashboard where you will be able to see your wolves, see how much Stardust you're earning, how much time you have them soft staked, all that goodness. The beta goes up for Genesis Wolves tonight. And then we are going to add in other addresses as we make sure that it's working properly and there are no bugs. And definitely check out the Kaiju Scientist Mint tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. And now I believe we have We See Ghosts on the stage. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for that welcome. You guys are bringing the energy.
It's a big day for us. Yeah, we're very excited. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing great. Glad to be a part of this community here. You guys have a lot of good stuff going on. You guys got me hyped for all your news. So I just look forward to just informing your community what we got going on.
Thank you, bud. Really appreciate that. So, man, you got a keyword in your profile that I hear everywhere all of a sudden, omni-chain. Why don't you tell us a little bit about We See Ghosts, what about omni-chain is, and about your project?
Yeah, for sure. So I myself, speaking, I am Leo. I'm the founder of We See Ghosts, and we have our co-founder and artist, Hack, up here. You'll see his name as Ors. But yeah, a little bit about our project. We are a omni-chain based play to earn game, or play to own. I love that terminology. I think we should be using that moving forward. But to kind of describe what omni-chain actually means, um, omni essentially means all. So it's the idea that our NFT collection will be accessible on all chains. And this isn't like some wrapping mechanism. This is like natively on every single chain. Why did we want to do that? Well, we didn't really feel like, obviously there's chain wars been going on since the beginning of crypto, or beginning of the L1s. And we thought that, hey, every L1, every layer two has their advantages. And we wanted our NFT, our gameplay to exist on all these chains. So the Omni chain, which is technology brought to us by the Layer Zero protocol, actually allowed us to achieve this vision, giving people choice. I think, choice to figure out where they want to mint, choice to where they want to play their game, because, gas fees are a substantial implication on gameplay. I think that not only gives the players choice, but also creates unique environments where now you're playing a game on Binance Smart Chain, and, but that might be a little different than the meta that's on Polygon or Ethereum.
Love that, man. That's amazing. And tell us a little bit about the dynamics behind We See Ghosts and kind of the gameplay and your mint dynamic and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so what We See Ghosts is a ghost-based game. Essentially, what's happening are these ghosts are stuck in purgatory, right? And they just want to get out. They want to be part of a team. They want to go to either the overworld or the underworld. There's no right or wrong in this situation. They just know purgatory is not the place to be. And it's the work of us humans to help them to get to this place. Um, so the first step is through the minting experience, which is we're calling play to mint, and this essentially is a unique thing in the NFT space. We essentially wanted to create a way that users will be able to one, experience the gameplay before any NFTs are even sold, and two, also get them into our lore from the very start, right? So it's essentially um, humans or prospective geists who essentially are humans who help ghosts. They're actually going in and they're exploring the graveyard grounds to essentially help mint a ghost, and they have to collect items, defeat enemies, and this play to mint experience is what allows you to actually mint our NFT token. And it's not required because we know, maybe not everyone has time to play this game, but we want to reward the people who play, and we believe, our real core values is that, people who play are, are kind of our main are the main people that we want to create value for, right? Obviously, we understand that there's flippers, there's a huge NFT ecosystem, and we don't want to neglect that, but we also want to incentivize players. So the first 888 players who complete our minting game will actually get access to a free mint.
Ooh, I love that. Gamify every part of the process, huh, R2?
I really like that too, and I actually really like what he said about just being cognizant of the fact that there's like this really robust NFT ecosystem, and different participants, treat NFTs in different ways. Some people are looking for a mint flip, some people are looking for long holds, some people are looking for a sense of community and whatnot. And I always just think it's really important to just not be ignorant of the fact that some people are going to buy them and sell them, and that's okay. It has never once bothered me that somebody has sold, a Star Wolf on the open market. That's what it, that's NFTs are there and free, and you have ownership over it, and it does enable you to have those decisions. But also, thinking about it in a different way and rewarding the people that have contributed, the people that have participated, and the people that are being part of your community and helping grow it in that way is also really really great. So I really like that you're doing that. Can you give us a little bit of details about when is your mint going down? Do you have a hard date set? How would people, is there an allow list that people can go on? What's your Discord experience like? Like, what are we looking at for the next little bit?
Yeah, I'll let our co-founder fill in on a little bit of those questions, but our mint date is to be determined. It's we were shooting for the end of May, but we are looking more of a June date just based off of market conditions, and we just want to, this is our first release. We just want to make sure everything is right. So we're looking for now a beginning of June type of date to mid June. No solid date right now. But there's a many ways to get on our allow list, our white list. They're all available through our Discord server. Every day, we're tweeting tweets that allow you to interact and get access to our allow list. And we have a bunch of community games, questions of the day, meme contests, so many different ways. We have a non-grinding community where grinding isn't really necessary at all. We just want you to interact. We just want you to provide value where you can, help your fellow ghosts, and we will reward you. We are very, very open to handing out these whitelists. Maybe a little too lenient, but I'll let Hack come on and say some things about our community and fill in any things about the game that I haven't already talked about.
Yeah, thanks for the segue. Appreciate that. So yeah, essentially, kind of what you touched on earlier, how one, we really want to analyze and see how the community, we recognize that community have different needs and wants from different projects, ways they play games, way they buy NFTs and such have you. So we really want to cater, not only to cater to everyone, but empower the players and community to approach it how they want to. So in terms of the game, you touched on how we want to have them more play, how play and own, or is a better way of terminology. Sorry, let me rephrase. I would say to really encapsulate our game and our approach for it. We want to appeal to many different players, different ways of approaching the game, because as you mentioned before, there's different players and people in the ecosystem of NFTs. So there's different ways people engage and interact. So to wrap that into our game, we have a free to play route. So we understand that not everyone has maybe the money or the time to devote to the game. So we cater to that. So there's free ways and also passive ways to play the game. But at the same time, we do want to reward the active, engaged members. So we do have the more play and earn aspects as well. We're bringing back to our Discord and what you mentioned before about gamifying the whole experience. That kind of is one of our values and our cores here at We See Ghost. We wanted to bring a fresh coat of paint or breathe fresh air into the space. So we really feel like buckling down and really building an experience, a very immersive, um, coherent, engaging experience, interactive experience is something that we feel NFT space needs. So you can see that just from minting, we have a play to mint experiences for minting. We have a play to earn game afterwards, which is really focused on gameplay. It's focused on the gaming versus the finance of GameFi. Um, so in our Discord, we're trying to keep the same energy up. So there's different ways to engage in our Discord to get whitelists. You can play our community games. You can just engage with our community. You can help people out and what have you. So we really kind of just take a look at the different type of people in the space and kind of try to cater to everyone to some degree and really make it accessible for everybody. Make it as accessible as it can. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. And boy, I dig your art. As you can imagine, I'm a fan of pixel art. Your ghost looks super cool. And I really love the dynamics there. And omni-chain. This is interesting, guys. The ability to be on multiple chains. So check out We See Ghosts. The mint date is still TBD. As we know, most projects are watching this market environment. It is not the best time to be launching. So we understand the caution there, but we really appreciate you coming on and showing our project, your project to our community. So really appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you guys for having us. You guys are building some amazing stuff, and we just like to continue to grow and build upon that and collaborate whenever you guys can. So if you ever guys want to be on the Omni chain, just shoot us a message. Our DMs are open.
I love it, bud. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much and for coming up, sharing your project with us. And I'm going to be watching it very closely. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are building, and we'll definitely have to keep in touch and check back in as you get closer to the big mint date. So that's going to be amazing. I'm just going to give everybody the kind of the final notice. Oh, I did have somebody up on stage, and it looks like they either got rugged or went down. But yeah, if anybody else wants to throw their hand up, come chat with us before we wrap the spaces up. We would love to hear from you. Obviously, this was a big Moon Monday spaces. Again, the Moon Monday announcement in the Discord will be coming shortly, but they are working hard a way to try and get that pre-game dashboard beta out to the Genesis Wolves this evening. And expanding on it from there. But we are really close to getting the first step of the game on chain out to you guys, so that you guys can check it out and really start participating in Star Wolvez outside of the Discord. Definitely never going to call that the finish line, because we are in this for the long haul. We are building in the very long-term sense, and even just in the tokenomics discussions that we've had, all of the planning, all of the marketing, this was never just going to be a 1 day or a 1 week or a 1 month flash in the pan. I mean, we really are looking months and months and months and years down into the future, so that we can try and build something out for you that we can look back on this and just be just so incredibly proud of. Free market.
Yeah, guys.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Nope, that was it. I really just wanted to remind you, look out for the infographic coming later this week. That's going to outline the tokenomics I mentioned in this episode, and we will have it up on YouTube so you guys can listen to it. And don't forget to join us for this Terrestrial Thursday, where we are going to have new guests and a fresh discussion on play and own and the markets at large. So wanted to thank you guys for an exciting Moon Monday. We were so pumped for this one. R2, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. And of course, this space is going to be recorded and thrown up onto our YouTube. So again, if you're tuning in late and you want to hear the tokenomics discussion, some of the other announcements, a little bit of the AMA with the We See Ghosts crew, it's all going to be up there for you guys to listen to recap. If you want to re-listen to it and try and, wrap your head around a couple of the things that was said, it's going to be all there for you. Again, we're going to be doing our Thursday, our Terrestrial Thursday, as Free Market said, about the play and own space, the play and own space at large. Always a great discussion, and we will leave it at that. Guys, anybody that's new to to Star Wolves and just kind of tuning in for the first time, we are incredibly active in the Discord. So if you want to hop in there, come hang out with us. The community is so welcoming. The team, the mods, the founders, everyone is there to chat with you, have a good time. We, like Free Market said earlier in the spaces, the game is already being played in that Discord, so you can hop in, and the energy and the effort that you put into it will pay out in the actual game. So it's not like, the mint has gone down, none of this stuff is irrelevant. We're already there, we're already doing this stuff. So if you're new to it, we want to see you in the Discord. Come say hi. Even if you don't own a wolf, it's a great place to hang out, make some new friends, talk about NFTs, talk about the market, and who knows, maybe you'll be part of the pack. So on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Oh, Free Market, I saw you on mute. Anything else you want to finish off with?
That's it. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, Wolves. Oh!